And now for the good cover letter. So this is the stuff that you want to do. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this. Uh, Basically, this cover letter was created off of a mock job, and this was for a freelance. It's not the one that I actually pulled up in Indeed, but it is just another one that I found actually on Career Builder several years ago, and then used that as the basis of writing this particular cover letter. So, starting off, you do want to make sure that you have your information. Remember all of your information right up front. So I actually do write cover letters for people outside of school. And so this is something that I usually recommend. It's not something that has to be done, but it usually is really good to do, is make sure that you center your information. And then obviously starting with your name, I always make sure to put this in bold and make it bigger than everything else because then it's in your face and it's right there for them to see. Then you want to make sure that you have your contact information. So your regular address, a phone number, and an email address, all the ways in which they can contact you. And then it's right in their face for you or for them. All right, so then let's start off with this letter. So kind of going back to the things that we looked at, things that are key, this will be found in that formal letter writing, the basics. And then what we'll be focusing on is I used a lot of the key job requirements and job responsibility words that they had within theirs, and I'll start to point those out as we go through this as well. All right, so it says, Dear Tom Johnson. Remember, it's a formal letter, so we're using that colon, not a comma. Then we're starting off right away, letting them know exactly what we're interested in and where we found this position, because that can be very important to them as well. Sometimes companies are posting this in so many different places, and sometimes they're only just putting a quick, brief description versus they put a very long, descriptive, detailed description of what they're looking for. And so if they know exactly where you found this position, then that helps them as well. So I am writing to express interest in the freelance position you currently have available. So right away, we know exactly what they're applying for. I learned about this position through Career Builder and exactly where we found it. Perfect. After reading about your organization's current needs, I feel I would be a great fit for this freelance position, and I would like to learn more about it. So we're saying, again, we're pointing out that freelance position. We've learned about the organization's current needs, and we want to learn more about this. Currently, I am a freelance writer-editor pursuing a project that allows me to demonstrate my organized, detail-oriented, and self-motivated professionalism. So let's stop here. In their job requirements, they said that they were looking for someone that was organized, detail-oriented, and self-motivated. So used those terms and put that in there to let them know we have all that stuff. I am a reliable and responsible individual emphasizing in integrity and teamwork to do whatever is necessary to provide the customer with the services he/she requires. There are some other key things that we're looking at here. So they wanted someone that's reliable and responsible, so we use those words. They wanted someone that has integrity and teamwork, so we use some of those keywords. To do whatever is necessary to provide for the customer. So when you're in freelance, you're working for a company, and you're usually then working with them to do something for their customers. So provide the customer with services he should require. So that's important too, making sure you've got that customer service in there as well. During my career, I developed excellent writing and editing skills. So they wanted someone that has writing and editing skills. So we said, yep, we've got that. The publications I wrote for in the past were technical in nature, requiring an ability to break down complex concepts for our intended audiences and to critique others' work in a constructive and professional manner. So let's take a look at this one, showing exactly what type of work did, working with publications, technical in nature. So in this case, this job description or requirement was saying that they wanted some kind of a technical writer. So saying technical in nature then is giving you that technical writing then experience and showing that. Requiring ability to break down complex concepts. So saying that you can take something that's complex and maybe something that's technical in terms, as far as maybe like instructions for how to build a computer, right? And make it seem simple to anyone that's reading it, okay? And that would be important for them. And so you're saying that there. And then to critique others' works in a constructive and professional manner. So in a lot of cases, when it comes to writing in general, there is always some kind of critique going on. And so to make sure that, yes, you can do that with other people's work, but in a constructive and professional manner, then that is important. Working as a journalist in a fast-paced, deadline-oriented environment has also instilled in me strict attention to detail and innate curiosity. So here's a couple things that we're saying here. We've worked in a fast-paced, deadline-oriented environment. They're saying that that is going to be the case here. And yep, we've done that, so we're good. We also have strict attention to detail and innate curiosity, meaning that in this case, like when you're a writer, editor, proofreader, you have to be curious about finding out all the details and all the information. And that kind of makes you, when you focus on the detail, makes you find mistakes or makes you find the correct answer. And so that's that innate curiosity. I enjoy working in a team and serving as a leader to achieve results for the good of the team. So basically saying that, yep, I can work with a team. I can be a leader too if you need me to do that. I've got all what it takes for that part. And they did say that they wanted, in this position, saying that they wanted someone that can work with a team, be a leader, that kind of thing. My writing, editing, and proofreading experiences are clearly outlined in my resume, which will also show you that I adapt quickly to new concepts and responsibilities with the capability of balancing multiple tasks and projects. So saying, yep, I've got the experience. You can check my resume for all that full stuff. I've got writing, editing, and proofreading. Then the other thing is show you that I adapt quickly to new concepts and responsibilities with the capability of balancing multiple tasks and projects. So this particular one said it's going to be a fast-paced environment. You're going to have multiple projects and tasks that you're going to have to be doing at all times, and you have to be able to do that. And we've stated, yep, we're able to do that. I feel that my skills are a great fit for your company, and I hope to have the chance to discuss this opportunity with you soon. So again, just kind of reiterating, yep, like my skills match. You can check, further because you mentioned in the resume everything's going to be there, and that you think this would be great. You hope to discuss it with them soon. Thank you for considering me for this position. I look forward to hearing from you. Please feel free to contact me directly via email, giving that email, and then giving that phone number once again. So again, thanking them, that's very important. Saying that you look forward to hearing from them, that's usually what I say. Of course, you can always follow up, but usually a good thing to say you look forward to hearing, and then giving that information, the specifics on where they can contact you. So email and phone number here, super important. If it's a cell phone versus office or whatnot, but make sure that you make that clear to them as well so they know the best way to contact you. Then ending with that sincerely, and then the space, because the space here is for a lot of people now do like an electronic signature, and then you can place that there. In a formal letter, we should be in that space still signing, like putting our actual signature. But like I said, some people even do that electronically because most things are done electronically now. But then you could also, if you were just sending it out in the actual mail, then you would sign your signature there in the space. And then at the end, your name. So this would be the ideal cover letter for you. Making sure, like I said, that you've got all of this contact information at the top, bold in your face, and then breaking it down, showing that you've got what it takes for this position. Basically using, like I said, their job requirements and responsibilities. Using some of their keywords that they have is usually good because they know what they wrote for this position. And if they see some of those same keywords, it helps them pick out and pinpoint stuff that they're looking for. So there you go, the good cover letter.